Hi guys, Grace here. So, I know it's been a while. I've been busy with studies, exams, and all that really, really, really fun stuff. So, today as a reward to myself, I decided to get this mini haul of Galen Leather company products. So, how I even like when I was studying, I didn't have the bandwidth or energy to really bother with anything else, and I was just studying. It didn't help that I didn't have to attend any physical classes, and I was just staring at my laptop the entire day, just watching lectures and doing nothing much else, to be honest, for the past 8 months or so, because that's one semester for me. And when I wanted to get back into journaling and drawing, I started watching a lot of YouTube videos as usual, and I've been watching a lot of Peter draws and a lot of other YouTubers that use fountain pens to draw, and that was what I wanted to jump back into first before using colors and whatnot. But at the same time, all my current sketchbooks or journals that I have are not fountain pen friendly. Unfortunately, they even if they don't bleed, there's this really strange like feathering situation going on. So I started exploring options as to what I can draw on that wouldn't give me that weird feathering effect. And of course, I realized that a cult favorite for fountain pen users is the Tomoe River paper. So, and there's a huge saga about old versus new Tomoe River paper, and that was how I discovered Galen Leather. So, first of all, they not only make leather products, as their company name suggests, they actually also make notebooks for using Tomoe River paper, which they claim is still the old batch of paper. So I really wanted to try that out, and that's how I got back, and that's why I got these products to start with. So before I jumped into purchasing this, it was pretty pricey because of the shipping fees and from Turkey to Singapore and all that. So I got this passport size lightweight notebook from the Travelers Company, and apparently it uses Tomoe River paper as well. So before I decided to purchase Galen Leather goods and their notebooks, I bought this just to see if I really do like Tomoe River paper. And I am excited to tell you that I do. I never knew that ghosting could be nice in a way. So as you can see, the first page, I just tested out all the inks that I own, and there is really no feathering. Everything just works perfectly, even on the full day nib. As you can see, the Trementis ink is really thick in terms of line weight, but there's still no bleed and no feathering. So you can clearly also see the ghosting from the back side of the page, and I've learned to love it, interestingly enough, as I continue using this paper. The advantages of this paper is that it can even hold watercolors. So this is just a simple swatch I made, and the colors do appear fine. That if you use too much water or paint, though, there can be this weird pooling effect and hard edges, but that's to be expected with non watercolor paper. But you can see there's no bleed through at all, and it can almost give you a nice effect if you plan to draw on the other side. And even the crinkle of the paper was something that I learned to appreciate later on. So after I used up most of this notebook, I decided to go ahead with my Galen Leather purchase, which is what you will see here. So usually before I make a big purchase, especially from overseas, I tend to watch all the reviews that I can find, and I kind of know what to expect, even though I have not unboxed any of these items yet. So the first little pouch that you will see here is so-called their free gifts. With every purchase, if I'm not wrong, they do give this little tiny canvas pouch, and there's coffee, tea, and this little like wet towel. And I think it's a really nice gesture on the end. They also provide this evil eye charm, which is supposed to give you peace and good luck, and you can hang it anywhere where you have a loop of some sort. So maybe on your notebooks if you have a ribbon, or maybe even on the zipper pouch that they also give, or any other pencil cases that you can think of. So the next thing is that most of their goods either come in these canvas bags or cardboard, which I think is really good for the environment, and also something that you can use with something else other than just throwing away packaging. And here, the next item is the everyday book in the passport size. They come in a nice canvas zip pouch as well, and there's 3 little books that are included. I don't think you can buy them individually. They all come in sets of 3, and at the same time, they are color coded. So each size, they have it from like pocket, which is slightly smaller than this passport size, all the way up to A5, and they are all different. The color on the covers is dependent on the size that you choose. So they all come shrink wrapped individually, which is really good because Tomoe River paper is really flimsy and can like crinkle or bend or like fold easily. So that's a nice thing. And included is, even on the book itself, a blotter and guides. On the back, you can see that it says Tomoe River paper 52 GSM. And they are all stitch bound, which I'm very happy about because staplers in Singapore's humidity tends to rust over time. So these are the guide sheets. You get 4 different layouts. So 2 grids in 5 and 10 mm and 2 lined in 7 and 10 mm. The next included thing is this blotter. To be honest, I am not very sure how to use this. I believe it's to like blot excess ink if you need to quickly write on the other side of the page. And there is a smoother and a rougher side to this blotter paper, so I will have to test it to see how or which side is the proper side to use when you need to really blot ink. I've never really had that problem though, because I write kind of slowly and I'm not in a rush most of the time. So putting that aside, the next thing in the biggest box, I did untape it just to check if it was the right product. So this is the everyday book. All your notebooks are branded the same, the everyday book, except maybe I think they do have a leather bound, like a leather cover notebook as well. Maybe that will be a different branding, I'm not very sure. But the everyday book essentially is just 400 pages of Tomoe River paper bound into a single notebook. And I got it in the size B6. So I'm going to open it here. I have no idea why I took such a long time opening this, so I'm just going to speed it up a little. So after some effort, here it is. The packaging is very nice. I think they do put a lot of care and effort into their products, and the packaging and everything does show. So it's a magnetic clasp, which is also a nice feature to have. Maybe it will be a good storage box for other things once you use the notebook. So it does feel like it's not cheap cardboard, and you can definitely use this for something else. So here it is. And the one feature of Tomoe River paper is that it's very thin. So even 400 pages doesn't bind binds to a pretty thin notebook if you compare it to regular weight paper. And the binding on this is so nice. It lays completely flat, which is one of the features that I always look for in a notebook. The front and back is just regular like black paper. So on the back, it's also gold embossing. I'm not sure if embossing is the right word, but it says clearly what the notebook uses for the paper and then where it's made. And similarly with the small passport size everyday books, there's included guides as well as a bigger piece of blotter paper, or maybe just a blotter sheet. It's definitely not paper. So this one just feels a little bit different. It feels smoother on both sides. So maybe the smoother side is meant for the blotting, and it just feels like scrap pieces of leather to me, though I may be wrong. So let's put this aside and we will go to the star of the show. So the final product, and this was the product I was looking forward to the most, is the Passport Leather Wallet Insert. It's actually meant to be used with the Travelers Company notebook cover in the passport size, but I thought that would be a little bit too bulky, or maybe I could hold off on it until I receive this, and maybe this would be a good enough cover by itself. So in the box, there is a full it's like almost a certificate of what it is. So it shows what the product is, what color is it's in, who it's made by, and the day it was made, like completed, I'm assuming, as well as where the leather is from, how to care and clean the leather. It does feel really, really nice. The texture is just, it feels like quality leather. And this is the Crazy Horse leather in forest green. It's a very nice royal green color. And I think they do have like brown and maybe one or two other colors, but to me I like this royal green color, and I was glad that I chose this. So the next thing is, I originally thought it's a postcard, but they actually handwritten like little quote for you, and it's definitely handwritten because it's smudged, and I have sweaty palms, so the moment an ink is not waterproof, and when I touch it, it will smudge. So but it's still really cool that they handwrite a note for everybody, and of course a discount code for your next purchase. So the leather wallet insert itself is just bound by this little cardboard, and it just feels nice. You know it's quality just by feeling it, and I just can't wait for it to soften up a little bit. And just testing out, opening it, closing it, fiddling with it. And this is one of the card holders, in one of the 3 card holders in the insert itself. So the zip also feels good, smooth, you know, it works well. Probably one of the things that, you know, may fail before the leather ever does. And then everything just feels nice inside. Here behind where the card is, and inside for the 3 card holders is actually this fabric. So it feels like buckram. When you like scratch it, it gives this sound. And it has 3 card holders, 1 little mini pocket, and 2 bigger pockets on the other side, and as well as a pen loop. So the pen loop is slightly stretchy on the inside as well, so you can fit like different sizes of pens if you like. So inside of the zip is also the same fabric, and I'm really looking forward to using this. And I'll see you in the next video where I will set this up with the notebooks and as my wallet